Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Peanut, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Peanut's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, which is a little tug and let go on the slip collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And Peanut will come home with his very own slip collar, and you'll be instructed on how to use it. Now he is sitting nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we want to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Peanut heel. Fred talks to him and encourages him. He should stay even with Fred's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And each time that Fred stops his feet, Peanut has been taught to sit automatically and wait for his next command. So everybody that walks the dog, if your caretaker's walking the dog to the bus to get the kids, they should both be well under control, walking nicely and sitting when you stop your feet. The next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It's a one-word firm command to stay with the flat of your left palm in front of his face. Fred walks out to the end of his training leash, and these sit stays and your down stays can be practiced right in your living room. You don't have to go outside. These help to develop attention span and maturity. When Fred returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him as an additional distraction, returning back around to heel position. And at that point, your dog got a little bit of praise, and they're back to heeling again. So see, Peanut can be a real dog. He can walk on all 4 of his little feet. He can be proud of himself for doing a good job. Fred leaves him in another stay, and the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is called the recall. It's the come on command. Fred uses his name in a happy voice, calls him in, talks him in, and he should come and sit right in front of you facing your knees. He always gets praised for coming to you. That's always a good thing. Then he returns back to heel and back sitting. And Fred leaves him in another sit stay, and we'll demonstrate that command again for you. This is a very important command. It should always be happy. There should always be praise involved. And then he returns back around to heel position and back sitting. And each time that you return back to heel with your dog, he expects to get another command. So you have to tell him what you want him to do or what you're going to do each time that you return back to his shoulders. Now we're setting up to do our down commands, and there are 2 of them. The first one that we're going to demonstrate is a down from heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. He leaves him in a stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 to 5 minutes, and you can 2 people in the house can put the dogs on their leashes and practice this while you're in the kitchen eating dinner. When Fred returns back to him, he will return back to him exactly as he did on the sit stay. As an additional distraction, he gives him a little pat for praise. And I do have to say, for anybody watching our videos, that these dogs are 8 and 9 years old. So you can teach an old dog new tricks. Fred's going to put him into another down from heel position. He leaves him in a stay, and you're going to be able to extend the time and extend the distance as you practice with him at home. And then as you get more comfortable with your commands, you can mix them up. Fred calls him out of that. He comes in and sits, and then he returns back around to heel position and back sitting. And the very last exercise that we're going to set up for is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command because you're not next to the dog, but remember, always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down. Fred leaves him in a sit stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. And he's going to give him the down command with the right hand this time.
No, down.
Now if he doesn't go down, you heard Fred say no, gave him a little correction, and he went down. So you could see he knew it and just refused to do it, but don't let him get away with that. He has to complete the exercises as they were taught. Now we've demonstrated for you Peanut's heel, his automatic sit, his stay, his down from a distance, and his come. We think he's done a fabulous job for his age and being a new rescue. He's done a great job. We're very proud of him, and we're going to be back with Shadow. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.